52. Auto member Yaroslav Dubinevich stolen gas supply contracts, Radio Svoboda reports. He's now on the wanted list. Minister of Infrastructure and the head of the Ukraine Restoration Foundation got kickbacks of $50,000 in bitcoins, $150,000, and $12 million in cash, and that's only the proven instances. Well, how do you like it? And that's just a drop in the ocean. These are the cases with evidence we talk about time after time. By we, I mean honest journalists. We have a plethora of investigations on the topic, but they unleash hell on us. Meanwhile, their bosses steal. Here on X, Jason J. Smart attacks anyone who highlights the sins of the Ukrainian government. A journalist from the only TV channel in Ukraine at the moment buys a $500,000 property with a monthly salary of $700. The Ukrainian government has seized the monopoly on information and paid for defenders. Defenders are in fact their partners in crime who live off stolen money. It's politicians, it's volunteers.
Morning.
They threaten us with criminal proceedings. They do what they can to silence us. On behalf of Ukrainian journalists, I'm asking those who allocate funds for Ukraine, stop them. They're stealing your money. Ordinary Ukrainians die on the front lines, dying in poverty, while they're grafting the U.S. taxpayers' money. Let's stop this theft together.
Now, it's Diana Penchenko, an award-winning journalist in Ukraine. And obviously, if you listen to the show, everything she said there, we've talked about right here since the beginning of this most recent grift, this deep state grift into Ukraine. And that's just because it's obvious. It couldn't be more obvious. And they just sent $2.3 billion more. And I'm telling you, folks, the American media is not telling you the real story. Outside of Kiev, the country is devastated. Devastated. They've kept Kiev in a bubble. They've stolen and laundered all the money. And our government is responsible for it. Republicans and Democrats, you've stolen our money and you've let it get laundered into Ukraine. It's disgusting.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
He is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America.
This is a man who is sharp, who is on top of his game, who knows what's going on.
He's smart. He's on his game. His mental acuity is great.
This is a very sharp president.
And the people that I've talked to say he's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
They say he's sharp. There's not a problem. He was sharp. He was sharper than anyone I've spoken to.
The president is sharp and he is tireless. He is sharp
as ever.
And he's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity is declined is wrong.
His brain is good. He's still great.
He's sharp in meetings. I believe the people who say that behind closed doors Joe Biden remains sharp.
Meetings, Joe Biden is sharp.
He's sharp. He's said.
And there is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp. He's sharp as a tack.
Actually, Joe Biden is sharper and has more mental acuity than Donald Trump, because more people believe that actually Joe Biden's mental acuity is better than Donald Trump's.
I mean, he's funny, he's sharp as a tack. Kamala Harris says he is up to getting one of the themes this election. Everyone is seizing upon this, and it is a classic disinformation tactic. If you edit it in such a way, you can make it appear that he fits this narrative, that he is slow, that he is wandering off.
President Biden has proven himself to have a strong memory.
He has a great memory.
His mind is just as quick as ever. He is sharper.
Biden is sharp and on top of it.
President Biden is sharp. He's focused. He's bright. The president is sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack.
President Biden's doctors say he is in good physical and cognitive health.
Joe Biden, sharp as a tack.
The president was sharp as a tack.
The president's very sharp because he is so sharp and he's on top of everything.
He seems right on top of it. The man is competent, alert.
Fully cognizant and sharp.
He's completely mentally sharp.
He's sharp. He's engaged.
He is sharp, he is engaged, and he is commanding.
That's pretty sharp. Mentally sharp.
Biden was sharp.
Sharp and substantive.
He is very sharp.
He's as sharp as a tack.
Biden is sharp.
The president is sharp and as able as ever.
This is a man that's on his game.
He was focused. His recall was good.
He's actually quite sharp and on top of it.
He is on the ball.
And you're going to see how smart he is.
This guy's as sharp as a knife.
Tonight, he may have to channel both the president in him and the bruising, brawling candidate in him, and maybe a little bit of Eminem in his famous 8 Mile rap battle.
I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania, with households where the kitchen tables, things weren't able to be met during the month was a problem.
You see him interact. You see him engage. He took some questions and is sharp with his answers.
What I did, when, for example, he wants to get away with, for the ability to, for the
He's actually perfectly sharp. He's totally focused. He's very sharp. And the proof is in the performance.
I made sure every company in the world, every pharmaceutical company, cannot have to pay me. And by the way,
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the
President Biden is absolutely fit.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are resistance.
Good morning, everyone. Last day before long weekend. I gotta go work out. I can do some workout at the facility tonight, though. It's gonna be a long day. Good morning, Toe. Saw your release yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go over and look at Toe's last video.
Meantime, it's an absolute danger that our country is facing with such criminals running it that are extremely desperate right now. So that's the problem. And they've gone completely out of control because the Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity has destroyed their cases against Trump, and they know it. Joe Biden encouraging this. He says, I can...
And Sucky is a good one.
Justice Sotomayor wrote regarding the Supreme Court's dangerous decision on presidential immunity.
Everybody's has been stuff's been performing poor lately. Unless you're a super mega channel anymore, it's
their candidate who did it.
YouTube is really clamping down on the logarithm for everybody, man.
So good.
That's why I keep telling everybody they need to open a Rumble. They need to get ready.
I love it.
Your editing was awesome.
With fear for our democracy, I dissent, as they're going to nominate somebody who did not receive a single vote. Yes. Please, I can't wait. I cannot wait to hear about your democracy when you just completely disregard the vote. It's going to be beautiful. Here's a headline from a Democrat.
Yeah.
Max Kennerly.
Yeah, I lost all the ones I gained while you guys were there. I went from 620 down to 605.
Nice, you guys are totally sane. Aaron Rupar, known Democrat propaganda agent. So if Joe Biden declared today that
I get it.
Canceled and ordered the military to keep him in power, would that be an official act? Is that what you guys claimed Trump was going to do and then didn't do it? Here's total psychotic. probably the only one closer to American Psycho vibes than Gavin Newsom, Dash Dabrowski. True psychotic here. I strongly encourage Joe Biden to take advantage of his absolute immunity, which he has been lawfully granted by Trump's Supreme Court justices, to do whatever official acts he needs to do in order to prevent.
It's not the people that normally watch you. It's Google. They're not putting them out there. They're not. People aren't getting notifications. On my main channel, people get more notifications on this channel that only has like 60 subs than my main channel.
We need to do everything to stop Trump from becoming president, to destroy democracy.
What up, Dirty?
Bradley Moss is coming on full display for the American people to see. But in that same regard, it's extremely dangerous, because these are true psychotics, folks. These are true psychotics. So they know they're desperate. They are extremely dangerous right now. Nothing is going their way. All their lies have been exposed. They don't even know what to do politically right now to defeat Donald Trump. Everything they've tried.
Dude, why are you stopped? Fucking idiot, man. That fucking car was not even in the fucking circle yet.
They will have a psychotic break, the likes of which we have not even seen yet. And we've seen
Jesus.
I'm telling you, the psychotic break that we're about to see from the Trump derangement syndrome infected, mentally deranged liberals is
fucking morons, man. Don't know how to fucking navigate a fucking circle.
And they're already taking the mask off and getting ready to go full American Psycho. Wow. Here's an example. A hospital staff is in an operating room with somebody behind them mid-operation, and they decide to shoot an anti-Trump video. What? Look at this. A hospital staff mid-operation with the guy on the table behind them are shooting an anti-Trump video in the operating room. Look at this in clip 10.
All here in the operating room doing our black job. Stop. Do a black job. What do you do with our
saying about DEI hires? With situations where it's literally life and death? How do you think?
Yeah, maybe that's why I've been getting more notifications for this, because road rage sells.
You're literally in the operating room with the guy on the operating table shooting an anti-Trump video while the operation is going on. And you're saying black excellence.
I'm not wrong with that.
Nice.
How does it?
You know, to me, it's not about race. I want the most qualified person. I don't care what color their skin is. But you know what it is about? Political ideology. That's what it's really about. I don't care if a black guy's operating on my leg or whatever I need. He's good at his job, qualified. And if I have a brain problem, I'll take Ben Carson all day. But if it's a liberal, now you're in danger. And those are obviously anti-Trump liberals.
Yes, mobile order FA47.
Shooting an anti-Trump video talking about their black excellence while there's somebody on the operating table.
Yes.
What about those DEI hires putting people's lives in danger?
Thank you.
But see, it's sad because, again, this is liberalism, folks. This isn't about skin color. This is about liberalism. It's all about how...
These old ladies that work here, man.
That's what it's all about.
I love them.
It's all about how they're black. And they just think because they're black that everything. It's a political ideology. It's not about a skin color.
See my shirt for
It's
today?
the political ideology of the left that's dangerous. And so they're sitting there turning an operating room into a film set to talk about their own political ideology, anti-Trump, and their black excellence. What's going to happen?
Thank you.
You're going to have people in the operating room talking about their black excellence, and then the guy on the operating table is going to die? But hey, we shot a cool video for TikTok and said we're black. And how much we hate Trump.
Spilling the tea since 1773.
All right. We got a little left on the table here. We'll carry it over until tomorrow. Rudy Giuliani disbarred over false and misleading statements over 2020 election. Disbarred for having an opinion on the 2020 election. Disbarred, ladies and gentlemen. Remember they tried to disbar my attorney for just representing Alex Jones? And then I told him, I was like, all right, well, you need to deal with that, so I'll just get a different attorney. And then they let him stay. That's how corrupt it is. So they probably told Giuliani, hey, just say the 2020 election was won by Joe Biden. We won't disbar you. He probably said, no, Trump won it. They said, okay, fine, disbar. How corrupt it is, folks. All right, before we sign off, I was mentioning this earlier. Joe Biden, after he gave that little speech on climate change, he went over to one of the government officials there and started rubbing his arm.
Morning, Unindoctrinated.
Joe Biden, what is that? He's literally rubbing a guy's arm now. In this government building. He's like, what the hell? Is he complimenting on his skin? Literally, he rubs his arm. What is that? You wish a nice kind girl would come up to you as a man and rub your arm down like that in such an intimate way and stare you in the eyes. But for that guy, getting it from Joe Biden? Gay Pride Month's over, Joe. All right, that does it for the InfoWars War Room, brought to you by InfoWarsStore.com. Spirit of 1776 sales right now. Get it while it lasts. Stay classy, InfoWars. Happy 4th of July.
All right, folks, BrainForce Ultra is back in stock. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Before I started working here at InfoWars, I didn't believe that supplements were
Jody.
I thought these were just products that people consumed for peace of mind and that our body would flush them out. But one of the first products that
like that emoji.
It's particularly special because it's a more potent and convenient form than BrainForce Plus. Now, it's not only going to help you with enhanced cognitive function, focus, but it's also going to help you with increased energy levels. We know that the formula includes yerba mate leaf and green tea leaves, both of which contain natural caffeine and polyphenols. These components provide a sustained energy boost without the crash. Ashwagandha root and ginkgo leaf are included for their adaptogenic and antioxidant properties. Not only will this product help enhance mental clarity and focus, enhance energy levels, but it will do so in a way that reduces stress, so you don't feel the anxiety associated with too much caffeine, energy drinks, perhaps like an Adderall or nicotine. These are all great reasons to buy BrainForce Ultra from InfoWarsStore.com. Perhaps the best reason to get this product, BrainForce Ultra from InfoWarsStore.com, is because by buying products from InfoWarsStore.com, you keep InfoWars on the air. Now, we know that freedom of speech is under attack. We know that there's a war on for your mind, that the globalists and transhumanists and the New World Order are trying to conglomerate all political power so they can subjugate humanity for the indefinite future. We're not going to let to get BrainForce Ultra. We're going to fight and win the war that is on for our minds. All of keeping InfoWars on the air. So please visit InfoWarsStore.com right now. Get BrainForce Ultra and the reason we're still on the air.
We're now learning that Hunter Biden is attending some of the president's meetings at the White House, staying close to his father post-debate.
We have learned from sources familiar with the situation at the White House that Hunter Biden has been by his father's side ever since they were at Camp David this weekend as a family, where they had
He's trying to talk Daddy into pardoning him.
Forward here and his re-election campaign, and that since he returned from Camp David
Before they remove him from office.
with his father, we understand that
Hunter Biden has even joined some meetings and conversations that have taken place between the president and some of his most senior advisors and senior staff.
The question, though, would be, is he participating in meetings with senior advisors?
What I can say is that he came back with his dad from Camp David. He walked him into the speech prep, and he was in the room.
So they've been gaslighting that Biden's the smartest, greatest, photographic memory, you know, better golfer than Tiger Woods. I mean, he's just God on earth. Because an oligarchy of special interests are getting away with massive crimes, human trafficking, hundreds of billions stolen with Ukraine, selling our secrets to China. I mean, they are getting filthy rich, and Biden doesn't know what planet he's on. And the Justice Department has already said, because he is not cognizant, that he can't be tried. But he can be the president. They said that almost a year ago. At the CNN headlines, you name it. CIA director under Bush says today's Republican Party is more nihilistic and dangerous than terror groups. Here's another headline. Newsweek. GOP is the most dangerous political force in the world, Michael Hayden says. Dangerous to their evil globalist crime syndicate that's hijacked our nation.
They're all evil.
So what's on your mind? Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested. Madam VP, I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing? Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right.
Is she in the streets?
There's so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe
She's in these streets.
freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us. They not.
Joe, you now have the right to take that bitch Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler and this is 1940. Blow him up or they'll blow us up.
Since they say that a president is immune from prosecution for anything he does officially while he's in office, I think that Joe Biden should officially have Donald Trump killed off. And that would solve this problem of him being too stupid to run our country for 4 more years because he's brain dead. But you can win the election that way. Take the official stance and just shoot Donald Trump. Write their own fixer. The Supreme Court said you could.
That's what they said.
They're pre-programming everywhere. Terror attacks blamed on Trump supporters and creating civil war. And they're saying more and more in the news that their go-to is stopping him with civil unrest once he's president-elect. So I understand we need to spend 90% of our time getting him elected, but we better start what you just said, vetting the cabinet, getting that stuff ready so there's thinking ahead of us so we don't repeat what happened 8 years ago or 7.5 years ago. And so we head the globalists off at the pass with what they're planning, because they're already acting like, from the evidence I see, they've got some low-level oligarchs fighting over who controls the puppet, but the big fish are actually getting ready for a big move against America.
See? I told you, man.
Expanding, I'm not sure, but
YouTube is doing that shit.
I think you just hit the great danger, which is Trump very clearly emerges in this debate as the peace candidate. Basically says that even before being sworn in, he believes he could bring peace in the Russia-Ukraine situation. That makes him the peace candidate. That is a real threat. It's absolutely clear if they insist on Ukraine joining NATO in September, that has the capacity to trigger a world war.
When he buys the Life Select storable food, which has a 25-year shelf life, just in case of emergencies, frankly, it's cheaper to eat the Life Select storable food than it is to get groceries in Biden's economy. And then they don't buy the Alexa water filter in conjunction with the storable food. My thinking is, like, how are you going to prepare the food if you don't have clean water? They go hand in hand. You got to get both. What do you think?
You look at every most prolific movie in the library, the most powerful person has water. I'm a well-prepared. We have actually a pretty sound filtration system, but I recommend people that can't have the complex
Yeah, YouTube is just shooting itself in the foot, man. And they don't care.
And you're listening to
People need to start being ready. Have other platforms ready, even if you don't want to use them right now. At least get a presence there.
Responses about this. It is tearing the Democrats apart, and you love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Yeah.
To talk about as well, of course, everything from immigration to World War III and everything in between. And so let's just get into it. We'll start today, as we do every day, with your Daily Dispatch.
I got about 6 40 packs of water.
Wednesday, the 3rd of July, 2024.
2 cases of MREs.
Judge Trump's criminal hush money case postpones sentencing.
Actually, I'm going to have to start refreshing those MREs. We're going to start eating them pretty soon.
Of the Supreme Court's
Because I've had them for about 3 or 4 years.
The hearing, previously scheduled for July 11th, will now be delayed until at least September 18th. The judge overseeing former President Donald Trump's criminal hush trial case in New York has postponed the sentencing until September 18th. And no time.
I think you have to. There's something you got to do that. I don't understand why. You have enough subs. You should be able to.
But it's been postponed. It's been postponed. Judge Merchan, in his response Tuesday, signaled that the parties that he would rule on Trump's motion to set aside his conviction on September 6th, rather.
Well, whatever meal.
July 10th to submit papers to the DA.
If you eat one MRE, you're good for a day, man. That's enough calories in an MRE for the whole day.
We haven't seen any movement.
About 6,000 calories in one.
The revelation that the jurors in the Trump trial had talked amongst themselves. I remember there's a Facebook post by a cousin of one of the jury members the day before the verdict was released, posting on Facebook, actually I'm cousins with one of the jurors and he's going to be convicted, meaning that they had broken their vow, meaning that they can't be trusted to deliver an actual verdict, meaning the whole thing should probably have to be done.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with the connection.
Released this information a month ago. And
is it telling you anything?
We're just not doing anything about that. So, okay, good. Now the Supreme Court decision is causing a delay. But suffice it to say, nothing the Democrats are trying.
I mean, that's if you eat the whole thing. A lot of an MRE, though, it's like, ugh.
And so they're getting desperate.
But
that's a dangerous place to be.
In a bad situation, that's.
Advisor to Khamenei says Iran.
Those are solid calories.
So. All means if
Brent Young.
A top advisor to Iran's supreme leader says the Islamic Republic and its proxies would support Hezbollah with all means if Israel launches a war in Lebanon, the Financial Times reports. While stressing that Iran is not interested in a war, Kamal Karazi, Ali Khamenei's foreign affairs minister, warns that there could be a chance of expansion of the war to the whole region, in which all countries, including Iran, would become engaged. In that situation, we would have no choice but to support Hezbollah by all means. He notes that such a war serves neither the interests of Iran nor the U.S.
You got 60 subs.
Interest really, except for Benjamin Netanyahu. So it'll probably happen. And we'll have to deal with the fallout.
Try using Prism.
We could just choose not to do that, not to get involved in it.
See what happens with Prism. Just download Prism Live. It's free. It's what I'm using right now, so I can do a horizontal stream on this.
Meanwhile, this story should make your head spin. Ukraine is told it's too corrupt to join NATO.
Probably not, Dirty. Yeah, try that. Just download it, and what it'll have you do is when you open it up, and it'll ask you which platform you want to connect to, you just click on YouTube. It'll have you log into your YouTube channel. Or McDonald's Wi-Fi, that might work too. Hey, 14 years ago when I was homeless, McDonald's Wi-Fi was the shit.
Just corrupt enough to send hundreds of billions of dollars. Just incredible, isn't it? And I wonder what changes they're talking about having been made over the last 2 years. Are they talking about when Volodymyr Zelensky canceled elections and said, I'm going to be president until this war's over, and the war's over when I decide?
Give your ID.
Positive reforms. They're talking about the elimination of elections, the imprisonment and confiscation of material from dissident media outlets. Is that
I don't understand what
they're so encouraged
this
by?
one. What is this one?
Yeah, maybe they're not corrupt.
I mean, you have to log in to your
That was a misstatement.
YouTube
from
account,
They're like,
which
you're
is
making
your
really good progress on the whole canceling
whatever
elections,
Google
destroying the media landscape sort of thing. We want to see more, though. We want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in America, FBI supervisors allege Bureau improperly pulling conservative agents' security clearances. New whistleblower complaint follows a Just the News report.
Yeah, I mean, that's
that revealed the FBI shot.
when I was homeless, they wouldn't let me in McDonald's, but I had the Wi-Fi outside. Hell yeah.
Alleging to the Justice Department's chief watchdog and Congress that the Bureau has been improperly suspending.
I've had. That's why I have the McDonald's mobile app. I've had it since its inception, because at some McDonald's you couldn't even get on the Wi-Fi without the mobile app.
That's what it is. They're creating an SS. They're creating a ideological.
Just a tap. Just tap. Just tap it in.
Punish their political enemies. It's really not that complicated. It is that tyrannical. It does represent the end of everything America once stood for. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Finally, we have this. Hunter Biden joins West Wing meetings after dad's disastrous debate as he doesn't trust his aides. That's right, folks. The crack-smoking, whoremongering, degenerate pedophile Hunter Biden is now sitting in on top-level White House meeting.
Well, Sabrina, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Norman. How you doing?
I'm not bad.
Hey, you got a minute for me?
Go ahead.
All right. So, you know the guy who was supposed to come over yesterday and get his 2 stubs?
Yeah.
Now he's calling over here.
Okay.
Stating he lost his wallet, has no ID, has no rapid card, and he's, trying to get something. When I'm telling him I need something from you in order for me to give you something. You know what I mean?
Well, I know. I know him. He's worked for us at many places, so I know him by face.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm over by Walmart. I want to come here instead now. Now he wants to come over here.
That's
by
weird.
me.
That's so
I know.
weird.
Tell me about it. It's like a game, I think, or something.
Well, I mean, even when he worked at out at the cookie factory on Summit back when I was there, he had some substance issues from time to time. So it sounds like he may be going through it again.
Man,
he didn't look. He looked healthier yesterday when I saw him, but Alicia even commented on it. But he still is. I mean, you don't just lose that stuff.
I know, Norman. He playing with me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's too early in the morning for this young man. No. So, I don't think I know who he is. I probably could have looked on the picture.
Yeah, well, you could probably, you could do that, or you could just, pull him up and then ask him some questions he should know.
Okay, I think I'll do that. Tell him just come on, man.
Ask him his full social, his birthday, and if he knows that, it's it.
I'm gonna bet him that way, then. I'm praying it's the right man. Okay, Lord. Okay, thank you. It's Norm.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Helping direct his father's policy. Isn't that something? Always has been. Isn't that something?
Yeah, he was high as fuck when he came into my office yesterday. Alicia was like, "Oh, he looks so much better." I'm like, "Yeah, but he's not acting any better. He's high as fuck." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You can't tell?"
Scandal-plagued Hunter. Yeah, he's scandal-plagued. he's diseased.
He's like, oh, he's just alert. I'm like, it's not from coffee.
With plagues worse than scandal. Let's just say that. He's 54. He's convicted.
Little tapper. Little tappy tap.
And is scheduled for a second federal trial.
All right, we are going to have a desktop stream again today. We got to keep the logarithm going on the main channel. We're heading in the wrong direction with subs. And every time, almost every stream, I gain. Even if I don't gain anything in YouTube, I gain it on Rumble. So we gonna do that.
By two sources with indirect knowledge who said they aren't sure precisely what his role has been in informing official and political decision making.
Wonder what they're gonna turn this little lot across the street into. It's like the modern side of the street versus the old side of the street on the right where we are.
That's okay, folks. Our geriatric, dementia-ridden,
The old Weber block building. Boarded up windows on the second floor, but they can't tear it down because it's a
there to advise him and make. I mean, is Hunter our guy?
historical landmark. The building was 1888. It was built.
You gotta stick to it. These people are all.
And I think some of the paint job is from that year.
Yeah, I can't do an Archer impression. I don't know if I've ever heard Hunter Biden talk. I think maybe I've seen more of Hunter Biden than anybody else I've ever seen that I haven't heard talk, but I have no idea how this man talks.
We're actually going to pull right up to the door today. Seeing how
I envy the historians.
nobody else is here.
You know, kind of like we like to look back.
We're the only office open in this building. The restaurant, everything's closed. Ooh, I got a message.
Crazy child sex island. Yeah, they
Holy crap, we're getting a bunch of them. Let's see, two of them. Oh, one of them is in Jeffer. Gotta work. Look at you sent me. Rick Ross. It's AI Rick Ross. I think I'm gonna play this on my mainstream too. All right, guys. I'll play the whole thing on my mainstream. I don't think it's copyrighted. I think that's AI built. See you guys later. Love you. Peace.